Welcome back. You may kindly take your seat.
Thank you.
Mr. Witness, for continuation of your testimony before this Commission of Inquiry into Local Government Councils and related matters, I remind you that you are still under oath before I hand you over to Madam Chair for us to proceed. Thank you, Madam Chair. Over to you.
Mr. Sambou, good afternoon.
Afternoon.
You're welcome back.
Thank you.
Council, we may proceed.
Right, thank you very much. Now, I had said we will leave the issue of procurements in relation to the boreholes until you provide the list and the file for these awards, if any.
Noted.
Right. But then the last issue for today will be the issues of withdrawal
Okay.
from the accounts of council, the trust bank account.
Thank you.
Now, how do you authorize withdrawal and how do you decide in whose name the checks would be drawn into?
The checks are drawn in the officer that is, if an activity is to be conducted,
Right.
and that officer is to coordinate that activity,
Right.
the check is drawn in the name of that officer.
Like what kind of activity?
For instance,
Yes.
if there is supposed to be a general council meeting,
Right.
the clerk writes to the office of the CEO to tell him that there should be a general council meeting this day.
Yes.
These are the allowances involved and this is the refreshment involved.
Right.
So the check is going to be written in that person's name.
And then that person will do the procurement of the refreshment.
No, through the procurement officer, a caterer will be contracted.
So if a caterer is contracted, why would you not pay the caterer directly?
Normally, for general council meetings, they pay, sometimes it's for general council meeting, once the clerk receives the money, he pays to the caterer.
Is that the proper process?
No.
So why would you adopt a procedure that is not proper or in line with regulations?
Yeah, this is normally, we take meetings to be that.
Why will you adopt a procedure that is not proper? You had said the process is not regular, it's not proper, right?
Yes.
What would have been the proper process?
Maybe we would have a contract agreement with the caterer.
Right.
That anytime we have any general council meeting,
Who should you pay?
the caterer,
Yes,
yeah.
the caterer. So why would you pay to the clerk?
No, the clerk, yeah, the combination of the allowances and the payment for the caterer is given to the clerk. But
Why will you pay to the clerk when you have a caterer?
yeah, it shouldn't be done.
How do you even identify the caterer?
The caterer is being identified.
By the council.
Yes.
So the council will conduct procurement in relation to the food that they will eat for the council meeting.
Yes.
So if they are paying more than they should, you would not know.
No, I will know. If they are paying more than what is supposed to be paid to the caterer, I will know.
No, what I mean is, if what the caterer will charge will be more than what a normal caterer would charge in a normal catering service, how would you know?
By reviewing the invoice and the charge.
What would you compare the invoice with to know whether you have been overcharged?
Yeah, that's a problem when you have one caterer.
No, not when you have one caterer, when you
follow
process.
Okay.
So, and it's not only a problem, you are creating an avenue for fraud. Someone somewhere would benefit from it. You go and identify the caterer. You decide how much you'll agree with the caterer. You write the letter, it is approved. Sambou, you should have been better than this. Is that not the case?
Thank you.
You should be better than this. You are more, on paper, you have the qualification. Your past experience will suggest you have the qualification.
That's true.
Unless you are saying that you are not as qualified as your experience and your CV says. Is that the case?
That's not the case.
So you are very experienced. So it means all you are doing.
I'm fairly experienced.
No, don't do that to yourself. You can have a master's degree and 20 years being a teacher, 10 years or thereabout working as an economist. Is that correct?
Yes.
And you are saying you are fairly experienced just because you want to get off the hook. Don't do that. You own up. If you are very experienced and you are very educated, you own up to certain things you have not done right. You own up to your fault.
Thank you.
Yes. But again, I still have to be reminding you that if you look at the financial manual, it tells you the different type of payments and how it should be done. And that process should be followed. If you are to deviate, you must have permission or note it down and have permission as to why you want to adopt a different accounting method. But the law says clearly the procedure for payments and expenditure. It says on page 29 of the Financial and Accounting Manual for Local Government Area Councils, specifically for you people,